SCP-2718. SCP-2718 is the idea that dying doesn't end your awareness, it traps it. So here's what went wrong. The Foundation runs an experiment, someone dies, comes back and basically says, yeah, bad news. The brain doesn't shut off. At all. The body is done, but your awareness is still clocked in, forced to feel everything as the body breaks down. No fade to black, no peaceful nothing, just your mind sitting there like, hello? Why am I still here? The easiest way to get this? Your body hits 0 HP, but the game refuses to kick you back to the lobby. You're stuck in first person while the character model starts bugging out, textures tearing, hitbox falling apart, audio popping. You keep taking damage, but there's no death screen, no respawn, just ongoing feedback. Yeah, that's already bad. And the funniest part, if you can call it funny, is that nothing supernatural is doing this to you. It's just your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do, process sensation, like a broken phone that's still vibrating nonstop in your pocket. You can't use it. You can't turn it off. It just keeps reminding you it exists. And yeah, the SCP Foundation hears this and goes, cool, delete this immediately. The O5 Council straight up tries to erase the idea from existence, because once you know it, you can't unknow it. It's like spoilers for death itself. So SCP-2718 isn't asking if there's life after death. It's saying, congrats, there is. And bro, you might wish there wasn't. SCP-001, when day breaks. SCP-001, when day breaks, is the scenario where sunlight itself becomes deadly. One normal day, the sun doesn't explode or go evil. It just changes how it works. If sunlight touches any living thing, people, animals, plants, it doesn't kill them right away. It melts them. Skin turns soft, bodies lose shape, and somehow, they're still alive. Those melted people don't stay separate either. They slide together and fuse into bigger, moving blobs like warm wax. And here's the part that really messes people up. They can talk. They use voices you recognize, your friend, your family, someone outside saying, hey, it's safe now, come out. It's not. That's how you get absorbed. So everyone hides indoors, windows covered, doors locked, one crack of sunlight and it's over. Society collapses fast, like a game where daylight is an instant kill zone and everyone forgot to read the patch notes. Somebody opens the curtains by accident? Yeah, that house is done. The sun doesn't explain itself. No warning or villain speech, just keeps shining, totally unbothered, absolute menace behavior. That's why this SCP hits so hard. You can't fight it, you just survive as long as you can, hiding from the sky, which is wild because the thing that gave us life, yeah, that's the thing that ends it. SCP-4666, SCP-46666. The Yule Man is what happens when Christmas decides to go absolutely feral. This thing shows up every winter in freezing middle-of-nowhere areas, and it has a very specific taste. Families with kids under 8. If you don't have kids, congrats, you're an NPC. If you do, yeah, suddenly you're the main character and not in a fun way. Here's how it works. SCP-466 doesn't rush. It watches your house for 12 straight days. Which is worse because now you're sitting there like, why do I feel watched? That's not paranoia. That's the feature. On the final night, it breaks in while everyone's asleep. Adults don't make it. One child gets taken, exactly one. The rest are left behind to grow up knowing what happened. If that made you pause the video for a second, yeah, same. And before you ask, no, there's no smart workaround. The best defense is literally live somewhere warm and crowded. If you're rural, cold, and festive. Buddy, bad combination. What really messes people up is the timing. Christmas is supposed to mean safety with family and cozy vibes, but SCP-466 turns that into a countdown timer you didn't know started 12 days, tick-tock, tick-tock. So yeah. Every year the holidays roll around and people talk about being home for Christmas. Just remember, something else is making a list too. SCP-096. SCP-096. The Shy Guy is a creature that will hunt you down if you see its face, and no, that doesn't mean staring. It doesn't mean locking eyes, it means seeing it at all. A quick glance, a blurry photo, even a handful of pixels hiding in the corner of an old image. If your brain registers its face for even a moment, that's enough. You're now the problem. Once SCP-096 realizes someone has seen its face, it completely breaks down. It starts crying, screaming, slamming into walls like an NPC stuck in a bugged animation loop. Then it switches modes, it runs straight toward the person who saw it, and distance immediately stops mattering. Hiding is not a mechanic here. You are the objective. Before you ask no, there is no clever way out. You can't apologize, you can't explain. It was an accident, and you definitely can't fight it. SCP-096 ignores gunfire, survives explosions, and tears through anything in its path just to reach you. The only real strategy was never seeing its face in the first place, which is rough when someone else can mess up for you. This is what makes SCP-096 so dangerous. You don't need to attack it, threaten it, or even know what it is. One accidental image, one shared file, one careless screenshot can trigger a chain of deaths that the Foundation cannot interrupt once it starts. Because SCP-096 isn't dangerous in a dramatic, cinematic way, it's dangerous in the most annoying way possible. Once it's triggered, you're already dead, you just don't know it yet. SCP-106. SCP-106 is a hostile humanoid anomaly nicknamed the Old Man that rots whatever he touches and kidnaps people into his own private nightmare dimension. Okay, real quick, if you ever hear about corrosion spreading and your brain says this is probably fine, that instinct needs to be benched immediately. This guy shows up and the hallway instantly looks like someone poured Mountain Dew on a GameStop floor in 2009. Metal turns to mush, concrete starts pitting, the air feels wrong, and he just slides through walls like he's using a no-clip cheat. Bro is walking around like physics is a suggestion. Now here's the part where I look at the camera and chat turns into pure caps lock. Mods are panicking, somebody's spamming nope like it's a Street Fighter combo, because he doesn't just hit you and leave. He yoinks you into a pocket dimension, his personal backrooms DLC, then stalks you. Containment is basically the Foundation trying to trap a glitchy NPC that can phase, vanish, reappear, and leave rust trails. They bait him, layer security, set up procedures, and he still pulls the "I was never really here" move. So yeah, SCP-106 is corrosion, wall phasing, and a one-way ticket to his rotten pocket world. If your door handle starts fizzing, don't investigate, you close the tab. Immediately. SCP-3001. SCP-3001 is Robert Scranton, a Foundation researcher who gets stuck in something called red reality and stays conscious while the universe slowly uninstalls him. And yeah, this is one of those SCP concepts that doesn't need a monster. Reality is the monster. It's like your life hits a glitch and there's no restart match button. Scranton just slips out of normal space and lands in this empty, red, broken nowhere. Here's the reaction part. You know when your Wi-Fi drops and everything freezes, but your brain is still screaming, "Hello?" at the loading wheel? That's basically his existence. Time stutters. Matter stops behaving. His body starts desyncing like a character model in a dying server. Inputs don't match outputs, pieces don't line up, and the world refuses to render properly. And the cruelest detail is he's awake for it. He's still thinking clearly enough to take notes, to measure what he can, to remember his wife, to realize he's fading. It's not pain like getting bitten. It's the slow panic of watching yourself become corrupted, save data, while the game keeps autosaving anyway. When the Foundation finally recovers something, it's not a clean rescue. It's more like they pulled a file off a broken hard drive and hoped it was still him. So this one doesn't jump scare you. It just proves reality can ghost you and leave you on red forever. SCP-610. SCP-610 is a contagious anomaly called the flesh that hates. And yeah, your body is the villain in this one. All right, quick check-in with chat before we go any further. If you're eating right now, pause it. I'm not responsible for what happens next. This thing starts like a cursed Reddit medical thread. Remote village, weird rashes, people acting off. And then suddenly the human body just rage quits its own design. Skin splits, limbs bend wrong, faces lock into expressions that look permanently annoyed at being alive. And here's the part where everyone in chat types "burn it" at the same time. The infected don't just mutate, they straight up reject being human. They attack anything uninfected, like hostile NPCs guarding a fog gate. Think Resident Evil enemies with Cronenberg-level body mods and zero dialogue options. No cure, No talking them down. Just flesh running on pure hate. What really makes this uncomfortable is how physical it is. This isn't a fast jump scare transformation. It's slow, wet, and messy. People tear at their own skin and keep moving as the body switches to emergency mode, powered entirely by spite. Containment teams pull up in full hazmat suits and flamethrowers, and chat, even then, it's still a mess. One bad step, one wrong touch, and boom, you're not the protagonist anymore. So SCP-610 isn't scary because it's clever. It's scary because your own flesh turns against you, and when your body becomes the hater, that's not a beef you can win. SCP-5000 SCP-5000 is a special SCP Foundation suit, and the story is told through the suit's recorded logs after it's found. Now the easy part, those logs show something absolutely wild. The SCP Foundation, the Keep Humanity Safe people, suddenly starts hunting humanity like we're the problem that needs to be removed. Not because they're bored, not because they got hacked by a spooky USB. They're calm about it, professional, like they scheduled the apocalypse on Google Calendar and sent a meeting invite. So who's wearing the suit? A Foundation guy named Pietro Wilson. He's basically the last dude who didn't get the memo. He's sneaking through cities that feel empty and wrong, watching governments collapse, and trying not to get caught by the same organization that normally saves the world. It's like playing Among Us, except the imposters are the entire Foundation and you're the one guy doing tasks while everyone speedwalks toward you. And here's the part that makes SCP-5000 scary in a clean, simple way. The Foundation thinks they're doing the right thing. They discover something buried deep in human consciousness, like a hidden malware file inside the human mind, and they decide the only solution is delete the whole system, delete us. So SCP-5000 isn't boo, scary. It's the adults all agreed on the worst group decision ever scary. And the suit logs? That's the receipts. SCP-173 SCP-173 is a concrete statue that can only move when nobody is looking at it. It lives in a plain room, and it looks like somebody made modern art out of cement and bad decisions. But the second you blink, turn your head, or your eyes water for literally 1 second, it's moving, fast, like teleports behind you, fast. If you've ever played Five Nights at Freddy's and felt your soul leave your body when the camera feed glitches, same energy, absolute menace. The rule is simple and evil. Keep eye contact constantly, no breaks. And your body is built to betray you. You have to blink, your eyes get dry, your brain gets tired. Now put two people in the room and watch them do the world's most stressful staring contest. Bro, it turns into a co-op game where the only mechanic is don't fail at being a human. The Foundation solution is basically teamwork and hydration. Guards rotate, people call out blinks. Somebody's probably in the corner chugging eye drops like it's a Twitch subathon. Because if everyone looks away at the same time, even for a moment, SCP-173 closes the distance and snaps a neck. And it doesn't need a big, dramatic chase. It just needs one little, my bad. So, SCP-173 is scary because it turns the most normal thing your body does, blinking, into a lose condition. Congrats, buddy. Your eyelids are now the enemy. SCP-087 SCP-087 is a concrete stairwell that goes down far past where any normal building should logically stop. Alright, before we even move, I need you to be honest with me. You open a door in a college building and see endless stairs going down. Are you walking in? Because half of you are lying right now. Curiosity would win immediately, and SCP-087 knows that. You start going down, and everything feels copy-pasted like the same stair asset got reused over and over with zero updates. Railings, walls, landings, same vibe, same geometry. Chat would already be spamming, "This is a trap," and they'd be correct. Then the lights start failing and a kid's crying echoes up from below. Not screaming, crying. And that's when the comments split into two teams, go help versus turn around now. Buddy, both instincts are fighting and the stairs are still winning. You keep descending and the darkness gets heavier, like the game just lowered your brightness setting without asking. Then the face shows up. Tall figure, pale skin, no normal eyes, just standing there like a horror game NPC that loaded in way too close. Chat goes quiet. No jokes. That's how you know it's bad. The Foundation sends people down with cameras, and every report reads like someone slowly realizing they should have listened to chat. Fear stacks, sanity drops, progress feels fake. SCP-087 isn't scary because it attacks you, it's scary because it lets you keep going. And yeah, you would.